How you doing, YouTubers? I want to bring attention to an issue with Hori's Split Pad Pro. Uh, they're officially sanctioned alternatives to Nintendo's Joy-Cons. Here's the box. You can get these on Amazon for about, I think it's $50 is what I paid for my pair. But one thing, and you can see this in other reviews, is that I've run across a problem with mine, and that is the L and the R button. You run the risk of these two sticking, right? And that's because there is no spring underneath the button, right? This one is fine. This is the right controller. If you press it, you can see it'll pop down and pop back up, right? But because I've been playing Dark Souls Remastered, and you often use the left button to hold your shield up, you've got constant pressure down on it. The left button is sticking, right? So the rubber membrane that's under the button that pushes it back up is failing. It's all of a sudden it's lost its rigidity, and it will not push the button back up because there's no real spring there. So you can see the difference here. I pushed it down and it's stuck. It's a soft, squishy stick feel, as opposed to the right button where you can see it pops back up. Alright, this is stuck. To get it back out, you can pop it, pop the button back loose and maybe force the rubber membrane underneath to kind of pop loose a little bit and give it back up. But once you push it back down, it's stuck again, right? All this to say, buyer beware. It is a good controller. It's a very good option. If you're having issues with Nintendo's Joy-Con, the most notable issue being the drift that you might be experiencing. This is a really good alternative. It's got a D-pad on it, as you can see. You can do some button assignments with it and everything, but because there's no spring under the L and right buttons, if the rubber membrane underneath goes dead on you, it's your hosed. So I don't know. I'm gonna take it apart and see if there's something I could do to maybe fix it. And see if it's maybe the membrane has slipped somewhere or something like that. But as you can see, it's back up and now it's stuck again. So the only thing I can think of again is if you're playing any game that requires you to apply pressure to the left or the right buttons and keep them down in a constant fashion, you run the risk of deforming or depressing the membrane to the point where it loses its rigidity and won't pop the button back up. So hey, give a like. I don't do a lot of videos. I'm not somebody who needs a lot of subscriptions or subscribes or anything like that, but buyer beware. Hey, I'll see what I can do, and good luck.